Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to Bimbles Around Britain, episode 9. Today we're flying from Mull, Glenforsa Airfield on Mull, over to Plockton, back on the mainland in the northwestern Highlands. Quite a few people here, the most important of which is codename Mossy, because it's his birthday today. So everyone wish Mossy a happy birthday. Yeah, I think we've got everyone who we were expecting and then some, so let's get taxiing and let's get underway. We'll be taking off from runway 25 today, which is to your right as you're facing the water. So I've said hello to most people before the stream started, but I see we've got Flyboy D here again. Nice to see you back. CMO, I don't think I've said hello to you. And we've got the people who I have said hello to. Mossy, obviously, Kid, Housier, JP. So yes, welcome to all of you.
Awesome.
And in the chat we have Stucker Bomber. Welcome to the stream, nice to see you. And he says happy birthday, Mossy, as well.
Ah, thank you, mate. Thank you.
And there were some other people as well. Where does this runway start then?
Where the brown stuff ends.
Pardon?
Where the brown stuff ends.
Yeah. Oh yeah, there we are. There we are. There's the threshold, sort of. Right, so I'll get going, and yeah, just follow me up there. Oh, you've all decided you need a lot less room to take off than I have. Fair enough.
Yours 152 after all.
Yeah, it's true. So I'm still having joystick trouble, and I've had to go back to my old joystick, which is also broken, but slightly less so. So if you see any random yawing, that is why. So we're going to make a turn round to the right and head back the way we came last time, up the water here. So there's a couple of exciting things happening today. The first is a slight deviation to the flight plans I uploaded on my Discord server to see something that I found out about while I was doing my research for this trip. And the second is a very special birthday challenge for codename Mossy.
Oh no!
Which we will discuss later on.
Okay.
So is it anyone's first time out of you lot in the chat? Or have you all flown with me before?
That's my first group flight here, in general.
Oh right, well, very nice to have you with us. It was Flyboy D... Sorry, go on.
No, I spent a lot of time on Watson, but this is different, definitely.
Yeah, for sure, yeah. How did you find out about it?
I watched the streams a couple of last weeks and just decided it was a lazy Sunday today and yeah, join in.
Great, that's nice to have you here. Flyboy D, are you with us? I saw you were muted before.
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh, welcome.
I'm stuck in the Bimbles flight, you guys.
Yes, I remember. Yeah, it was your first. You're saying it was your first ever flight, weren't you?
Yeah, it's my first ever flight. I just downloaded Flight Sim, but yeah.
Yeah.
Got a lot more experience now.
Good, good. Should probably have turned on a few more lights for takeoff. Never mind. We'll stick the strobe light on now. Better late than never. So we're going to climb to about 1500, something like that. I can't remember the exact altitudes. I have flown this trip and I didn't crash, so just sort of follow me and it should be okay, I think, maybe. Going to start off with some nice flying just over the water, and then it gets a little bit more challenging with some valley flying. We're going to be flying past Scotland's highest mountain, not only Scotland's highest mountain, but the British Isles highest mountain, Ben Nevis. It's going to be a lot of pretty lochs and glens and little villages en route. So yeah, it's a nice scenic flight today.
Filbert, you're sure that you are on the lifetime too?
No, I'm not on lifetime. I'm flying at 9 a.m.
Ah, okay.
But you know, people can fly whenever they want. It's a lovely sunrise though. My plan for this flight was to take off into the sunrise and just watch the world light up as we get closer to the end.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, I always find my cockpit dark when it's a little bit dark outside. Do you have a fix for that?
Yes, certainly in the 152, if you press L, there is a dome light that lights it up.
Yeah, that flashy red thing, red light.
Yes.
I find it a little bit too bright.
Yeah, it is a little bit too bright. I agree.
But I don't know if it works on the default one. But under your yoke, you have a little turn knob. You can turn it down, I think.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I can't see it. Maybe it's something on the mod.
To the left of the dome light button.
Oh yes, you're right. Increase glare shield brightness.
Does it work?
No,
Or,
it doesn't work.
Yeah, okay, then it's only in the mod version.
Yeah. Oh well. I haven't tried the 152 mod just because I feel like the default is pretty good, but maybe I should. Would you recommend it other than the dome light?
I don't know what's the difference between other changes.
No, not do I. Stuka in the chat, man, I wish I could join the flight game. Well, hopefully one day you'll be able to join us. Kaffel, hello, nice to see you. Definitely less stressful than VATSIM. Hydra here, 2-hour flight without autopilot. Yes, yeah, old school stick and rudder flying. To join the group flight, Stuka, all the details you need are on my Discord server. There's a link in the YouTube video description.
Now, Phil, I had a few questions about VATSIM. So I downloaded VATSIM, did my first flight with somebody that I know. They showed me around how to sort of do VATSIM on GA. But my first question is, when you're flying, for example, in airfields that don't have controllers, you just get told to fly on Unicom.
Yes.
That's a bit boring because you're just stating your intentions, but essentially you're doing whatever you want. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Is that it, or is there anywhere else you can fly where you have sort of controllers that can tell you what to do at smaller airports?
I've not seen many controllers online at smaller airports, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
I'm sure it happens from time to time. It's worth keeping an eye on the VATSIM events page. But it is so few people want to fly VFR from little airfields on VATSIM compared with the number that want to fly airliners that I guess it's usually just not worth them staffing them.
Oh, I see. So essentially, what is Unicom then? So if I'm flying GA and I want to fly on VATSIM, somebody told me that on Unicom you just state your intentions and state what you're doing, but no one's actually talking to you. You know what I mean? I was really confused.
That's right. So it's a frequency that allows you to communicate just with other pilots. So there's no controller. It's just you talking to the aircraft around you and making them aware of what you're up to.
Right, okay. So it's pretty much do whatever you like, but let people know around you that...
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
All right then. But yeah, I think it's a bit more fun flying IFR. But I'm going to watch one of your VATSIM videos because I don't want to get into an IFR flight and then do something wrong.
Yeah.
Is it really easy, or is there a lot that you need to know before you fly IFR on VATSIM?
My honest opinion is that it's mostly practice. You will make mistakes. Most controllers are quite understanding. There's the odd one who's a bit grumpy and rude. But yeah, watch my videos, watch other people's videos. You'll get a feel for it quite quickly, and then also it's probably worth listening in at some big airports, just spawn in as an observer and tune a few frequencies to learn the phraseology and that sort of thing. And and then bite the bullet and do it.
Can't wait.
So, this is our first waypoint on your flight plans and on mine. This is the Isle of Lismore, underneath us here, which is 10 miles long, has a population of about 170, and it was an important centre of Celtic Christianity from a very early date. So there was the death of an abbot recorded in the year 594, and it's also home to a medieval parish church, which is not, of course, in the sim. And we're actually going to head back to the north bank to show you the surprise that is not in the flight plan. And I was rather hoping that Tolstoy was going to be here, because he'll be a big fan of this. It's a quarry. It's the Glen Super Quarry, which was opened as a result of a shortage of aggregates in 1982, and it's now the largest quarry in Europe. So we're going to go and have a quick look at that, and then we'll continue on with the route as planned. Oh, what a sight, what a sight.
Philbert, how do you read?
How do I what, sorry?
How do you read?
Loud
Do
and
you hear
clear.
me?
Yeah, loud and
Okay,
clear.
thank you.
No
5 by 5.
5 by 5.
Perfect, thank you.
What was that question? What's 5 by 5?
It means loud and clear in terms of audio quality.
Oh yeah.
So those of you watching in YouTube and chatting, for those of you who haven't seen one of my Bimbles Around Britain flights before, I do find it hard to keep up with your chat as well as the actual chat in Discord, but I'll do my best. But apologies if I missed something. Llewellyn, Happy New Year to you too. Oh, and Stuka, you're younger than 13, so you can't join the Discord. I didn't know that. Didn't know there was an age limit. I'm sorry. I'll speak to you after the stream and find out if we can work out a way of you flying along with us. Should be able to. Next time I'll post the details in the YouTube description as well as in Discord, so you'll be able to join us.
I guess it's the mine right in front of us.
It is, yes, indeed. So yeah, they mine granite here. It's been open for quite a while now, but it's been open since 1982, so it's relatively new as quarries go, I think. And the reserves are expected to last until at least 2100.
Jesus.
Yes. So it's huge. And is anyone else seeing that weird obelisk just to the left of the quarry?
Yeah,
Yeah.
same here.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm seeing a lot of this since the last update.
Yeah. I've
Yeah,
seen
it's,
it in Manchester as well today.
Yeah, it's odd, isn't it? I'm glad it's not just me. But yeah, quite a few graphical glitches.
Yeah, they're all over the place. They tend to vanish when you get within a mile or two of them.
Yeah. Yeah.
I've seen them a lot at Oslo just before the runway, but I'm not too sure whether it was the scenery that I had.
Oh, right. Yeah, I mean, that's what I thought. I thought, have I got an add-on here that's doing something? Is it that Glenforsa that's messing everything up? But apparently not, if everyone's seeing it.
Norway is full of it on those lake spikes.
Right.
But
Some-
there are remote but it's the that fixes those lake spikes in Norway, or south, mid, and north.
Okay, that's good. I take it the developers are aware of this, are they? It's been reported. I'll pop over to the forum after this and make sure they are. Right, let's press on with our route. So that's the largest quarry in Europe. Little extra something for you. And we can drop down a bit because we're going to fly up through some valleys shortly. Science Guys joined us, good. Someone called Jazz Draco, who's not in the chat, but is here. And Michael2461, you in the chat? No, I don't think so. Anyway, if you're watching on YouTube, welcome. And Caffel has posted in the YouTube chat a fix for all of the spikes, which is nice. Stucker says it doesn't look like the largest quarry to him. And I can see why you'd say that. I think there are larger by surface area, probably. But it goes very deep. Yeah, it's the depth. Either that or Wikipedia was lying to me, which is also possible.
Can't anyone just make an account and change it?
Yeah, they can, but it usually gets picked up very quickly by other people. Which is why I find it certainly reliable enough for Bimbles around Britain. Possibly not if I was doing a paper on quarries in Europe.
Another question I had was, so on VATSIM, how do you get the models to match? Because I was at London City Airport one time, and it spawned, I think it was a 787, or I don't know, it spawned a really large aircraft, and clearly the person was flying a much smaller aircraft.
Right, yeah, so there's no official working way of doing VATSIM model matching at the moment, but there is a workaround using IVAL aircraft, and I'll post a link to it in the Discord after this. I can't remember off the top of my head. Basically, there's a very large download which is very slow, which downloads all of the IVAL aircraft models, and then there's a very small file which you load into vPilot, which tells it which model to use for which aircraft. And you do still get the odd one that's generic and clearly the wrong type, but it's better than nothing.
I think I've got the first one you talked about, but I was using that as a replacement for AI.
Yes, so it's the same download. So in that case, it's just the airlines.vmr file that you need, which was posted originally, I think, in the official forums. But I'm not certain. I'll dig it out after this and share it. Okay, Hydramir, see you later on. Stucker, what type of computer to play? Well, you can see my system specs in the description underneath the YouTube video. A big one, yeah. Although mine is 3 years old, and it doesn't have the latest graphics card or anything like that, and I'm pretty impressed with how it's doing. Up until people turn up and start talking about how wonderful their VR headsets are.
Has somebody tried using that Track IR thing on your iPhone with the camera?
I seen that, but I didn't download it because I didn't trust it. Is it good?
I don't know. I'm asking.
Oh.
I haven't used it. I've got actual Track IR.
Okay, that's
So,
better.
yeah, I don't know. I've
That
heard
software, is it freeware?
Track IR.
No, not Track IR, the other one.
Oh, don't know.
Yeah, it's free.
It's free. Oh.
See, I want to do a lot of looking around with the drone from outside to show all of your aircrafts, but I can't hear anything anyone says because of the engine noise.
turn them down, right? If you're outside the aircraft.
Is there a separate setting for external sound?
I think so, but I'm not sure.
Ah, okay. I might have a look if we take a break.
Or it wasn't explained.
Yeah.
Can't
Blur.
remember.
They all blur into one after a while, don't they? Do you know, I'm actually going to switch to few clouds because this sunrise is a lot more spectacular with more cloud in the sky. And that was the original plan. So you'll be disappointed to hear that the fascinating facts are a little bit thin on the ground with this leg, because it's mostly pretty scenery and nondescript little hamlets, so those of you who are hoping for a lesson won't be getting one. Although I have a few little bits here and there. Nice bit of formation flying, JP.
Thank you. I haven't flown this DV20 much, but it's pretty stable.
You haven't flown what much, sorry?
I haven't flown this DV20 yet, or much, but it's pretty stable.
Oh, good. Yeah, I don't think I've ever flown it, you know.
Does it work alright? Because I think there was an issue with the center of gravity being too far forward on this one.
I don't know. It handles good for now.
I tried it a couple of weeks ago and I couldn't trim it out right.
I get turned out right now. The only thing I noticed was it was a little bit heavy on the takeoff, but that's pretty much. And I hope it has been fixed, but this thing doesn't slow down very good with flaps.
Okay. Cathal, did I consider adding supporters to my YouTube channel? Yes, I did. I'm thinking about it. I just don't know what sort of perks and things I should offer. So yeah, it's something I'm considering. But in the meantime, as Nightbot so rightly says, you can donate to the channel via Streamlabs, and it's always much appreciated, if not expected. Right, so this is Loch Leven that we're flying over at the moment, or Loch Leven. Again, ignore my pronunciations; they're probably wrong. At the eastern end of this loch, there's a little town called Kinloch Leven, which was formed from two previously separate small communities, and they were brought together following the construction of an aluminium smelter and housing for its employees. And a hydroelectric scheme was constructed to power the plant and the village, and it made Kinloch Leven the first village in the world to have every house connected to electricity, and it became known as the Electric Village.
Wow.
I found that quite interesting. You wouldn't expect the first electrified village to be here.
Yeah.
So that's just up ahead of me now. Stuka says my school is going to start 7th of January because if there is a stream in my school I will be very disappointed. I might do some streaming while you're at school, Stuka, I won't lie to you. But you can always catch up on YouTube, and there'll be plenty on days when you're not at school or after you finish, I'm sure. I think for now, when I do external shots, I'll just keep a long way away from your aircraft.
Filbert, are you watching your plane?
Yes. Thank you for that. I just spotted it as you spoke. I was doing some beautiful flyby shots of all of you. And it's almost worth death, but not quite.
Somehow information with you, and I saw the mountain coming closer and closer.
I'm glad you had my back. Quite bumpy around these mountains, isn't it?
It's normal.
Yeah. This is Kinloch Lothy now, and you can see some evidence of the smelter. And you can see part of the hydroelectric scheme as well, though it doesn't look particularly good. So the next lake that we come to is the Blackwater Reservoir, and at this end of it, it has the longest dam in the Highlands, at over 914 metres long, which doesn't appear in the sim, but you can imagine it. Welcome back, Hydromir, and hello Flight Sim UK. So it's worth climbing here. I'd forgotten that, but it's quite an altitude change between the two lochs.
Filbert's just trying to kill us this stream.
You ain't seen nothing yet, Mossy. We are over the Scottish Highlands, Flight Sim UK. We're flying from the Isle of Mull to... where did I say we're flying to? I don't know, it's in the title. Plockton, that's where we're flying to. So we're going to see Ben Nevis, which is the highest mountain in the British Isles, and lots of pretty scenery. So here it is, the Blackwater Reservoir. Could I do a group flight in the US? Maybe. If not, could I do one in the Caribbean? Yeah, I'd like to do both those things. We've got quite a lot of the UK to finish first, and I do want to get this done before I start exploring the rest of the world. But yeah, I'd certainly be up for some Caribbean flying and probably some US flying as well. We're going to make a left shortly, and I think we're following this little river. Yeah, we are. And this is one of those flights where you can go as low as you dare or just fly over the top of everything. You'll get great views either way. But I'm going to try and go fairly low through these valleys, just for the thrill of it. Oh, which part of Scotland are you from, Flight Sim UK? Oh, Aberdeen. Okay. We'll probably be going past Aberdeen, not on the next leg, but the one after. So you should come fly with us and tell us all about Aberdeen. Do you know, I swear my flying gets worse and worse on each of these legs. I'm just not concentrating. So this is Loch Treig that we're approaching now, and it's a 9 kilometre long freshwater loch. It has no roads running alongside it, but it does have the West Highland line following its eastern bank, which is one of, if not the most beautiful railway line in the world. And do you know, I didn't even try and spot it last time, so see if you can see the railway. Should be on our left.
Settle to Carlisle is a really nice route as well.
Say that again, sorry.
Settle to Carlisle, that's a really nice route as
Oh,
well.
true, yeah, that's also beautiful, yeah. We saw a little bit of that. Was it last time or the time before? I can't remember. Time before.
The railway's on the right,
Ah, okay.
which is the eastern bank.
Yes.
Yeah.
You can see the tree line running along it.
Oh yes, did I say Western Bank? I did, didn't I? I've very clearly written down Eastern Bank, but somehow I read it wrong.
Maybe Wikipedia is wrong.
Sorry?
Maybe Wikipedia is wrong.
Sorry, say that once more.
Wikipedia may be wrong.
Yeah? Yeah. Yeah, I've never actually been on the West Highland line, but I'd like to. Ah, you don't have a gaming PC. Well, come and watch the stream Flight Sim UK, and you can tell us a little bit about it that way.
The area is breathtaking.
It is, isn't it? Yeah. I think this is probably going to be the most scenic flight of the whole trip around the UK, probably. Although the Wales one was pretty good as well.
That's good because I just got a new graphics card and turned all my stuff up to high end.
Oh, good! Just in time.
Yeah, just in time.
Do you know that when the UK World Update comes out, I'm going to be very keen to redo a couple of these legs and see how they differ.
Yeah. Especially the Glasgow one.
Yeah, yeah. Are they adding photogrammetry to Glasgow?
I'm not sure.
I read about all this stuff and then promptly forget it. I know they're doing Barton and Liverpool airports. That's all I could tell you really. But hopefully we'll have better terrain and better satellite imagery, which will make this sort of thing even more spectacular. Oh, thanks, Caffel. I try my best. Hydramir is watching a 50-minute video on how to talk to ATC at the same time as watching my stream. That's impressive multitasking. So I'll forgive the lack of commitment to my stream.
I have to say, hand flying is a lot more fun than taking the autopilot on.
It is, it is.
Yes.
Just getting used to the rudder though.
Yeah. Do you have pedals?
No, I don't have pedals, no.
No, I don't either.
I have a HOTAS. Yeah, that's it pretty much.
Right. I'd never really done any VFR flying before this sim came along, despite having been simming off and on for 20 years, because I just didn't see the point, because you weren't looking at the real world, and now this has just changed the game.
Yeah.
Flight Sim UK says I've been to every town and city in Scotland. That's impressive. So we've got Inverlair up ahead of us, that small village / town. I'm guessing village, because Wikipedia doesn't have an entry on it, so it must be a village. And we're going to make a left turn and head down towards Fort William. What's that, sorry?
So I was just reading something like that.
Oh, okay. Thanks for the tip, Stucker. I'll remember that.
Phil, I've stopped.
Sorry?
My autopilot on. I need to go downstairs to get a parcel, but I'll be back in a second.
Okay, no worries. We'll keep an eye on your plane.
Jeez.
If anybody's interested in geology,
Yes?
the Glen to the right, Glen Roy,
Yeah.
has what's called parallel roads, and it's glacial features. I'm just looking in the sim to see if you can actually spot them. They're kind of in the distance. There is some kind of horizontal lines on towards the bottom of the hillsides.
Okay.
It's caused by glaciation.
Oh, that is interesting. Horizontal lines on the bottom of the hillsides.
Yeah, it's a bit difficult to pick out this far away.
Okay, well, we'll be heading further north later on, I think. Perhaps not from this side. Oh, let's go and have a look, shall we? Go on, take us up there and tell us about them.
Okay.
We'll follow you.
We need to track back a little bit. We need to head off to the right.
Okay. Flyboy D's going to be a little confused when he comes back, but he'll find us.
The Tolstoy arriving.
Is he here?
Hello.
His name tag
Ah, good.
on our left wing.
Oh yes, there he is. Good news.
Invitation.
But he missed the quarry, which is a shame. He likes quarries. I don't know if he likes quarries. I just remember him asking me questions that I couldn't answer about the quarry in Wales. Hi, Jameer asked, do I recommend IVAL or VATSIM? I've never flown with IVAL. I've heard that VATSIM is slightly more professional. I've heard that IVAL is just a little bit more casual and relaxed. I've also heard that IVAL is better for Europe, but I have occasionally looked at the online maps for air traffic control and I haven't myself noticed a huge difference. So, yeah, I don't know. I can't really recommend one over the other because I haven't used both.
Okay, if you look straight ahead towards the hills at the top of the Glen, you should see kind of horizontal lines. I suppose it depends on how detailed you got your scenery switched on, but
Mine's up high. I can see the vertical lines, but I can't yet see any horizontal ones, but maybe when I get closer.
some on the left and the right.
Oh yes, I do see them now, yeah.
I'm not sure the exact formation, but it's maybe to do with glacial lake levels and things like that.
Okay. So those lines were made as the water froze?
Well, possibly, or as it moved down the valley as the glacier.
Okay. Yeah, very interesting.
We're well off track now.
Yeah. It's worth a little detour. Thank you for that. I'll fly around this hill and we'll head directly to Fort William. Tolstoy in YouTube chat, good morning. Slept in again. Shame. But you're going to catch up. Good. I hope you're here when I was talking about the quarry. You can always go and fly over it another time.
Good morning, Filbert. I just signed in on Discord.
Ah, hello Tolstoy. How are things?
Oh, I'm tired.
Happy New Year.
Oh yes, Happy New Year to you as well, and to everyone else. Happy New Year.
Are you still tired from your New Year revelry? Is
Oh
that
no,
right?
no. I had a very quiet evening.
Right, good.
Not much different than any other evening.
That's the way to do it at the moment, I think.
But I'm just taking off from Glenforsa, and I'll I'm going to follow the route, but I'll be catching up.
Okay, cool. We'll
All right.
see you shortly.
See you in a bit.
This is some lovely light we're getting, isn't it, at the moment? Hi Jimmy, I don't know if IV is better for the UK. I don't know if that's true. I've certainly seen a lot of VATSIM coverage. Yeah, the UK is very well served for VATSIM coverage in general. But yeah, check the 2 online maps out and then you can compare which has ATC online most of the time. I couldn't swear by it, it's just my impression. IV also has chat ATC. Do you mean you can type? Because you can do that on VATSIM if you want to as well. Flyboy D's parcel collection is taking a very long time. He's a long way off in the distance now. So as you'll notice, there's a little bit of a loop coming up in our flight plan, and that is because we are approaching Ben Nevis. But we are going to fly all the way down to Fort William before coming back on ourselves, for reasons that will become apparent. Now we have someone else with a smiley word 969679. Are you in the chat? No, but welcome nonetheless. Or maybe he's just here by coincidence, you never know, do you?
Well, I just ran out of fuel.
Oh no, already?
Apparently.
You should have gone with the 152. It won't do that to you. I take it you've done a little mid-air refueling, have you?
Yeah.
Good. So I'm going to start a climb here, and I think we all should do that so that we can fully appreciate the mountain as we turn back on ourselves. And I would say in particular Mossy should do a little bit of climbing here. So I'll tell you a little bit about Fort William. It's the second largest settlement in the Highlands after Inverness, and it's also the start or end, or both, of the West Highland Way, which runs between here and Milngarvey, which is just north of Glasgow. It's 96 miles long, and it's a walk I'd like to do at some point.
Gilbert, what was that, sorry? I think I missed what you said.
Oh, I said I said I would recommend we all climb here, but in particular you.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Bill, but I'll tell you what, if I was 20 seconds later,
Yeah.
I would have cracked right into that mountain.
Do you know, we all took a little detour, and we realised your parcel collection was taking a little while. We thought you might not be able to find us, but you're all right. That's the main thing.
Yeah, I was following the flight path, so I'm good.
Good. So there's Fort William down below us. It's also the terminus, or one of the terminuses, of the Highland sleeper train from London. So what you can do is come up here on a Friday night, spend a weekend walking in the hills and mountains, and then go back in comfort on the Sunday evening. So I'm going to tell you now, Mossy, what your special birthday challenge is. I don't know if you've guessed, have you?
Go on. No, I have no idea.
And we'll all do this, but you've got to go first. You're going to land on the summit of Ben Nevis.
Ah! Okay.
It is doable. I did it. There's quite, if you approach from the right angle, which is basically the way the flight plan takes you, there's quite a nice smooth uphill slope to the summit. And yeah, so give it a go. You can go first, and we'll all watch and make sure that you're under plenty of pressure, and then we'll join you.
Okay. Yeah, my game's just crashed actually. So.
Excuses.
Let me just check. Yeah, no, you're definitely still in the air.
Oh,
So the summit is at 4,413 feet, if that helps.
Say that again, sorry.
The summit's at 4,413 feet.
Right, okay.
So I propose that we all make a turn and head up that way, and we can do a little bit of circling while you perform this amazing feat.
That's the nav lights of Tolstoy.
Yes, he's getting closer, isn't he? Oh, there he is, yeah. Welcome, Tolstoy.
Well, I missed the turn. I was going to do the plan to Kinloch, Blackwater, and Lochelsch, etc., but I got engrossed in what you were saying about the mountaintop, so I'm closer to you than I expected. I don't actually have the flight plan up there, just to let you know.
You don't have the flight plan. Okay, well, follow me. I'm going to fly over the top, hopefully in the sort of direction you'll land in. The sun's right in your eyes, unfortunately, which it wasn't yesterday.
It's in the back for me because it's evening now.
Ah, right. Yeah, so basically the direction I'm going in, Mossy, is the direction you want to be going in. And you'll see the path up there. And yeah, get as close to the summit as you can, and you can always taxi uphill if need be.
I don't think that engine has the power to taxi uphill.
That's what I thought as well, but I did manage it yesterday.
Oh.
I mean, if not, it doesn't matter. No pressure, Mossy, just don't let us down.
I'm surprised nobody is in a cub this evening.
Yes, yeah, Cub would be ideal for this, but the aim of the game is to do the whole perimeter of the UK in a 152. So,
Uh-oh. I'm in a Cessna, because I needed to catch up.
that's alright, Tolstoy, you have an excuse, you slept in.
And that is to say, I should say, I am at least in Cessna.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
I can always change it out.
yeah. Can you see it yet, Mossy?
Is that so?
Can you see it?
I think so.
Yeah.
Is it?
So I'm just to the right of it now.
To the right.
Phil, did you say Ben Nevis was the largest?
Oh, so I need to land just on here on this thing. Oh, okay.
Yeah, just where my left wingtip is. Sorry, Fireboy D, say that again.
Did you say it's the largest in the British Isles, or?
Yes, in the British Isles.
Oh,
I think I'm landing. I am.
You think what?
I think I'm landing. I'm gonna land on the right thing. I'm just gonna.
I actually have a hefty crosswind in by weather here.
Sorry, say that again. I was outside. Too much engine noise. Say again.
Yeah, I actually have a hefty crosswind on live weather, and I'm now on the wrong side of the mountain, so I'm getting pushed down and can't climb up.
Oh no!
Well, I've gotten out of the downdraft now, but
Oh,
it's hefty. Oh no, I'm catched.
Oh,
Jesus.
this sounds quite scary.
It's
yeah, the wind is strong.
Well, Mossy's down.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm. Oh, there's a little thing here. You can't actually get up. Okay, it's just blocking you.
Well done for getting down.
I crashed.
There's a little like you can't get up to the top because there's something stopping you.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that was a rubbish challenge. I mean, I did it yesterday, but I did land a little short. So
I can nearly get up there. Like this, you just got to keep fighting, playing with this little ledge thing.
yeah.
Just a random ledge up there.
Okay. Well, let's all give it a whirl and see what happens.
that was a downdraft of 1,000 feet per minute,
My God.
if not more, because I had my nose up at least 20 degrees.
Oh wow. You did well to
Oh.
get out of it, or have you got out of it?
Yeah, I catch the up draft
Oh,
after
good,
that.
good. Are you on live weather? I take it, or
Yeah, it's a crosswind of 20 knots.
right?
Yeah, there is a ridge, a fault with the terrain, and it stops you dead
Oh, right.
if you don't land far enough. If you land past it,
Yeah, if you
then
land past it, it's fine.
probably okay.
Okay. Is anyone past it to give us a marker?
I hit it.
Well,
Right.
if you see where I am, I'm right at the ridge.
Okay.
So
So land beyond you.
land beyond, yeah,
Okay.
land beyond me.
Right, everyone land beyond Tolstoy, and all will be well. The takeoff's the best bit about this challenge anyway, to be honest with you. Oh, you're in a citation! I assumed you were in a caravan or something.
Oh, well.
That's
Like
even...
I said, I wanted to do the route, but I also wanted to catch up.
Yeah.
There is a lower level to the terrain fault. I'm just going to see if I can actually go over it. It might be low enough that you can.
Okay. Let's get a bit of drone action going on. And we are going to take a 5-minute
Yeah.
break while we're up here, everyone, so...
Yeah, so just to the left of that little path, you can actually go over it if you land that
Oh,
low.
okay. Okay. That's good to know. there's something very, very amusing about a citation on top of Ben Nevis. It almost looks like you're sniffing the ground like a dog. Careful, I've just spotted your donation. Thank you very, very much indeed. And it was in aid of your birthday, Mossy.
What's that, sorry?
Careful has made a donation and wished you a happy birthday in the
Oh,
process.
thank you. Oh, nice. That's really nice of it.
Yeah.
Really nice.
I mean, you're not getting it, but still.
What? Wait, what?
Whoa.
It did say it was for my birthday.
He did. I'll transfer it.
Joking. No.
Good luck with landing and happy birthday to Mossy was the message.
Oh.
So yes, I did consider perhaps singing a very out of sync and discordant happy birthday to you on top of Ben Nevis, but I thought that might be a step too far.
No, I'm ready.
You up for that,
Yeah.
are you? Okay, all right then. So everyone sing with me, and it will sound awful, but it's the thought that counts.
Oh God.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Mossy. Happy birthday to you.
Oh, thank you, everyone. Thank you. Well, that was really good. That sounded good as well.
Yeah, good. Well, happy birthday. Oh dear. Keffel says you should get 50% of his donation.
No.
Right, I am going to take a quick break. I'll be back in 5 minutes,
Yeah,
which will be. You're going to take. Should we say 15:10? 10 past the hour, wherever you are.
Yeah, cool.
Okay. See you shortly.
See ya.
Right, I'm back. Are the rest of you here?
Yeah.
I'm here.
Yes.
Good. That's some people. While we're here, while we're all relaxed and on top of a mountain, I'm going to tell you a little bit more about the mountain, and then we'll get going. That'll give anyone who's missing time to get back. So I've already said highest mountain in the British Isles. About 100,000 people climb Ben Nevis every year. And the summit that we're on now is the collapsed dome of an ancient volcano, which collapsed in on itself about 350 million years ago. As well as walking up it, there's actually an annual race which happens on the first Saturday in September, and it's an 8.7 mile route from Clagan Park football ground on the outskirts of Fort William, where we just were, to the summit and back. And the current record was set in 1984. Does anyone want to hazard a guess at what the record is for running from Fort William to the top of this mountain and back?
How many kilometers is that?
So 8.7 miles, I'm not certain, about 10, 11 kilometres maybe, 12?
Hold on. It was 8.7?
8.7 miles, yeah. I can convert this. It's 14 kilometres almost exactly.
Yeah, 13.99.
Yeah.
So, okay. 15 minutes?
50 minutes? No, not that quick.
3.5 hours.
Quicker. I'll tell you. It was 1 hour 25 minutes, which I think is incredible to run up a 1,345 metre mountain, and quite some distance on the ground as well. Anyway, there you are. That's my interesting facts about Ben Nevis out the way. So we can depart, and if I can get my view sorted out. There we are, back in the cockpit. What I thought we would do is to roll off the edge of this mountain and take off that way.
Oh yeah, I got slammed into the ground by the downdraft just now.
Oh really? I'm glad I'm
Yeah.
not on live weather.
Yeah, the wind is coming from north at about 17 knots.
Oh wow. Yeah, that's
and the updraft is about 2,000 feet per minute.
right. Wow. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. Side of the mountain where I am, if you're all able to line up sort of next to me roughly, then we'll just head down it together and soar, hopefully without too many downdrafts. Oh, have I gone too far? No, I have stopped. Right. Let me just get the drone view sorted. And I'm going to try and fly it from drone view, which doesn't normally go very well, but it's Moss's birthday. What's the worst that can happen? Let's go.
Well, you can't control your controls in view, right?
You can. There's a little modifier button. For me, it's C. I think that's default. How was that?
Wow.
Bit of vertigo, eh?
In the VR, it's unbelievable.
Yeah, I can imagine. So that means you're going to buy me a VR headset, right?
Oh wow, that is sick.
That's good, isn't it?
Breathtaking.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, I haven't caught up with the YouTube chat. LJ Vlogs says, after that, I think I'd prefer not to say if it was my birthday when you were streaming.
Brilliant.
Hey, you know, it's not compulsory, LJ Vlogs, just a nice little extra just for Mossy, you know.
Yeah.
Hello, Marcus. Yeah, you were going to join us on the fly, weren't you? But anyway, nice to see you on the stream, and yes, hopefully next time you can fly with us. So we can really just glide all the way down to that river, and we'll once again follow the valley along. Oh, I still haven't got my head around changing camera views and not killing myself while I do it. Well, I got some nice footage. I'm just pointing the wrong way now. Don't follow me, follow the flight plan. Peter in the YouTube chat says classy takeoff, guys. Thank you very much, Peter, and welcome to the stream.
Oh, I've shut down my engine on the top and now it has deleted my flight plan. I think the simulator thought I'd finished the flight.
Oh no. Yeah, that's the other thing that happens when that logbook screen pops up.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's irritating. Or you can just follow us. It'll be fine. So this loch we're approaching now is called Loch Lochy, which I feel was probably named in the same way that Boaty McBoatface was named. And it's got a mean depth of 70 metres, which makes it the third deepest loch in Scotland. And there are two quite interesting legends surrounding it. The first is a supernatural being called the River Horse, which was said to emerge from the lake, assume a horse's shape and feed on the banks. And it was also said to overturn boats and entice mares from their pastures. And the second legend is that there's a river bull, which was supposedly a gentle creature, which have just emerged from the lake into the pasture of cows and presumably hung around there doing no harm whatsoever. Apparently a lot of these lochs are said to have had magic horses in them at one point. Ah, 4X, you're here. Welcome. I see you're in the chat. I think you're just catching up. Go on then, Stucker, what's your joke? So we're going to make a left here. Oh, Smith, thank you very much for popping by to say that. I appreciate it, and you're very welcome. This is Loch Archaic that we're flying over now. I know nothing about it. You'll be pleased to hear.
Loch Lochy, what a creative name.
I know, I know. No worries, Keffel. Well, thank you for joining us for a bit, and enjoy the rest of your weekend.
Phil, but on my G1000, it has the names of all the points that we're crossing. Is that something that is meant to be a flight plan, or is that actually on the G1000?
So it's got Loch Lochy and Loch Carron and that sort of thing, you mean?
Yeah.
That's
The point we're going to.
That's because I know I put the names in the little nav map flight plan, and obviously they've exported to the sim. I didn't know it did that, to be honest. That's quite useful. I assumed you'd lose all that when you converted it to MSFS flight plan. Good news.
How did you make the flight plan? Was it on little nav map?
Yeah, on little nav map. Yeah, so it's a really useful little thing for VFR flight planning, and it's free. So basically, you just put your start and end airports in, and then you can just drag the line to wherever you want it and add waypoints that way.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because I've got it. I've been using it since T3D actually.
Oh right, yeah.
So much you can actually do with it. I used to just put in a flight plan and then just follow it.
Yeah, I'd never used it until this sim came along, because I didn't do any VFR flying, so I was always using SimBrief. But yeah, it's a really good tool. Marcus, where is the next airport where you can join? Do you know there aren't many airports here? In fact, I struggled to find two that were a sensible distance apart. I'm trying to have a quick look at the map, see if I can spot anywhere.
You can just spawn on us, right?
Yeah. You can. I would recommend just spawning on us. So if you look at the world map, you should see us. If not, you can add me as a friend, and then you'll see me on there. Or if you want to, you could spawn at Broadford Airport, which is Echo Golf Echo India, and just slew to our position. Either one of those should work, but that's very near our end, the end of our route. There's nothing near where we are now, airport-wise. LJ Vlogs asked, what's the plan after this flight? Is it up to the northernmost point or towards Edinburgh? Probably to go up all the way to the northernmost point of Scotland, and then we're going to go around the top, or the Scottish mainland I should say, round the top and back down the east coast via Inverness and Edinburgh and Dundee, places like that. So yeah, I do want to do a sort of complete circuit around the country. Thanks for the joke, Stucker. Thank you very much. Oh, I do have something to tell you about Loch Carron. That's good. So it has a ruined chapel. Oh yeah, I wanted to look at the islands. Oh well, you can't have everything. You'll have to take my word for it. There are two small islands at the eastern end of the loch that we've already flown past, and one of them has a ruined chapel on it dedicated to Saint Columba. Oh, okay, have a nice walk, LJ Vlogs, and yeah, see you on the next one, I hope. Science guy doing a bit of aerobatics. No, he's not. It's disappointing.
We have some dudes here with the aerobat version of the C152.
Sorry, say that again?
We have some lads here with the aerobatic version of the C152.
Oh, right, okay. I haven't really noticed what everyone's flying. I think I'm about to crash into a hill again. Too busy looking at what everyone else is up to.
don't want to say something, but your stream is quite delayed.
Yes, it always is on YouTube. It's about 30 seconds, right? Something like that.
That's something.
Yeah, that's the one advantage, or one of the advantages that Twitch has over YouTube. But I can't stream on there anymore because they want exclusivity. So I have to choose one or the other, and obviously I'm going to choose YouTube because I've only got 69 followers on Twitch. Science Guy says he forgot to choose the aerobat. Fair enough. JP, let me know if I'm going to crash into anything. I'm just going to do some drone footage.
Okay.
Okay, there's a hill. Getting a little close.
Crash ETA about 45 seconds.
Yeah, that's enough notice to be fair.
I will pass the hill. No factor.
Thank you. I've just realised I've gone the wrong side of the hill. So we're going to have to go over the other side of the hill. Anyone who's behind me, take the right fork. It's all very well carefully planning these routes, looking at the valleys and the terrain maps and all that sort of thing, if you go the wrong way when it comes to the crunch time. Astro Midas made the right decision there. Good.
I'm following Little Nav Map.
Yeah, it's much more reliable than me following Little Nav Map. Hello Roderick, Flight Simmers are enjoying watching from Rufunza in Zambia. Oh, that's awesome. Welcome to the stream. Oh, you're above me, Astromidas. I thought I'd gone the wrong way again. Good.
I'm just climbing because I could see the hills.
Yeah. See, there are some parts of the country where the terrain is just awesome. Like this, you know, the terrain's spectacular. I can't imagine how it's going to be improved. And then there are other bits where it's all just a little bit blurry and not very well defined.
Jordan, do you know how we were talking about the UK update and what they could do to it?
Yes.
They were like, do you see how these mountains have got rocks on them, but it's just a satellite image?
Yes.
If they could place real rocks, I think that would improve graphics.
Yeah, that would be great.
In 3D.
Yeah, I mean, they can do it with the trees thanks to AI. So you'd have thought it might be possible to do it with rocks in the same way, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
So there's a sharp right turn just here, just to warn you. This is Camusori, which you can see down below. Which is the mouth of the River Carnoch at the head of Loch Nevis, which is the loch just in front of us.
So what is a loch? Like, what's the definition?
I think it's just a lake. It's the Gaelic word for lake.
Does someone else have that the C-125 or 152 has right to the far left of the wing that's detached?
Lights on the far left of the wing?
Yeah, I see it. It's a little light, like a bulb.
Oh yes.
It's a light bulb, maybe 3 meters to the left of the wing.
Yeah.
Distance where you can go without crashing.
What's that? Sorry.
Shows the distance for not crashing. Information flight.
It's actually getting quite dark on lifetime.
Yes, yeah. This is why I thought lifetime would be a mistake. We used to do it in the summer, but it does get dark too soon nowadays. So this is the most exciting bit of canyon flying of the trip, I think, these few valleys around here. Stucker asked what I'm going to do if my engine fails. Probably try and glide to a bit of water and hope for the best. There aren't many options around here at this height.
Well, if you pick up speed and go to the foot of the mountain, and then you pull up, and then you stall the plane on the uphill of the mountain.
Yeah, is that what you would do in the real world?
I don't know, but
Oh,
it
okay.
seems logical.
Yeah, it does. You're right.
Haven't been told that in my flight training for now, no, but
Yeah.
Yes, here water would be safer.
yeah.
Yeah.
I feel, but I've just been looking at the VR headsets. They're like £300. I might pass for now.
Yeah, me too.
I've got a curved monitor and I think that's alright. VR drops pretty easy.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, it's sort of the total cost of the upgrades I'd need as well as the headset that puts me off.
Yeah.
I run it now with a 1080.
Yeah?
And
That's
it runs smooth. It runs smooth. It's at its limit, and you can't have full resolution and all. It needs to be reduced, but it runs well.
Okay, that's better than I thought.
How many frames are you getting, roughly?
I don't know, but it's a very little jittery, so I guess around 25.
Yeah, okay.
Filbert.
Filbert.
Yes.
ETA 30 seconds, 20.
Oh yes, thank you. I was taking some beautiful screenshots. It's a good job you're all here.
The whole thing is really breathtaking with those. You are in the scenery, you know. That's
Yeah.
the big difference. I couldn't believe when I saw it now, and I still can't believe. So it's really something special, and it's comparable with a new monitor, you know, the cost.
Yeah, it's true. It's true.
If you want to run it really good, I guess then it would cost a lot currently in the hardware. But
Yeah.
it's more a future investment.
Yeah.
Problem is you can't get any good hardware at the moment. Everything is sold out, I think.
Like the 3080s and the 30 series cards. All sold
Yeah,
out.
I've looked into that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I managed to get one, luckily. Okay, I got mine back in the end, Filbert, by the way. You know how to send it off to get fixed.
Oh yeah, you got it back. Good.
Yeah, they sent me just a replacement.
Oh, that's a relief. Yeah, I think the day is coming when I will invest some money to upgrade everything and go to VR, but it isn't yet. Maybe in a year, if prices come down a little bit for graphics cards and all of that sort of thing. It's a pity you can't sort of hire this gear just to try it out, because
Just try it, yeah,
'Cause
try
I-
it before you buy.
yeah, because I know it does make some people feel motion sickness and that sort of thing.
Yeah, yeah.
It depends a lot on the settings. It took me about 2 days to run it really.
Okay.
Okay.
A lot of tweaking in the configs and looking on YouTube for settings and stuff.
Yes.
Till it runs smooth. But now it runs smooth, and I can really do formation flying smooth. It's fantastic.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
And my hardware is as well 3 years old.
Okay. Yeah. And you're running it with a 1080, you say?
Yeah, 1080.
Okay.
You got Filbert?
1080 Ti.
You got 1080 Ti. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's probably even better.
Yeah. Maybe I just assumed I couldn't run VR, but actually I could.
You probably would. Yeah.
Yeah. It's definitely tempting.
Well, I gotta say that the sim runs excellent on just 8 gigs of RAM on the high settings.
Really?
Yeah.
That's impressive. Oh, sorry. Yes, Science Guy says he has an Oculus Quest 2 and tried flight sim with VR and was getting 10 to 15 frames with his 1660 Ti.
Oh, okay.
So it must depend on the resolution of the VR headset then as well, right?
I think you need as well look in some forums. There are special tweaks for the Oculus.
Okay.
It makes it much better.
Okay. Ah, good. Oh, Marcus, sorry, I missed your message. How can you see us on the map? You should just correct me if I'm wrong, people, but I think we should just appear if you're on all players and on the right server. We should just appear on the map, shouldn't we?
Yeah. You have to zoom in a bit.
Yeah.
Zoom in quite a lot. Yeah.
Yeah. So make sure you're on the Southeast Asia server, which you change where your profile name is on the top right of the world map screen or any of the screens, and then zoom in and you should see us. How long until we land in Plockton, Stuttgart? I'm not entirely sure off the top of my head, to be honest. I'd say maybe half an hour, but that's a bit of a guess. Maybe slightly more. So Loch Lochy, which was the loch we just flew over, and Loch Garry, which is the next one, a part of the Glen Garry hydroelectricity scheme. And Loch Garry, if you look at it from the right angle, apparently looks like a map of Scotland. but I haven't found that angle. Hello, Cowlan. I hope I'm pronouncing your name right. Glad you're loving it. Glad you're loving the fly. Welcome to the stream.
I need to go back on the stream and so I can show my fiance singing me happy birthday.
Yeah.
She wants to hear it.
Dear. Oh, Marcus is at EG29 but he has no idea how to spawn where we are. Well, you can slew to where we are. It shouldn't take you too long because we're going a wiggly route. We're not actually covering a long distance. So as long as you've got all players turned on, you're on the Southeast Asia server, and you've got our name tags on from the traffic settings menu, you should be able to see us in the distance and then just slew to our location.
Elsie may be able to add one of us as a friend and spawn on us.
Yes, that's
Oh,
true.
yeah.
Or just add me as a friend. My name's Filbert Flies in this game as well.
With capital F.
Yes.
Or
Does
both.
that matter?
I think so. I'm not sure.
Yeah. Capital F for Filbert, capital F for Flies. One word. Maybe I have to accept your friend request. Yes, I do. Try now. Sorry, Marcus, I didn't know you'd done that. I've accepted your friend request. Yeah, and then set one of us as the departure. Well, me as the departure point, exactly.
I feel, but how many flying hours do you have in the sim?
I'm not sure, actually. Can I look while I'm in game? No.
No.
I
think.
can tell you exactly how many I had as of 2 days ago.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, for some, it updated in some fashion, and I went back to 0.
Oh no.
I knew I should have filled out my logbook.
Yeah.
Oh well.
Yeah, I haven't kept track of it at all. I think I seem to remember seeing something in the region of 500, but I'm not sure.
Oh, I'm sure I have that many hours, but it never logged that many, of course, because it was missing half of them all along. But then all of a sudden, I think it was 2 or 3 days ago. I don't know what happened, but I ended up with 0.
Oh. Yeah, better to have a few missing than it just go down to 0 for no reason.
Yeah. Well, I should double check. As long as my flight from Bordeaux to Seattle didn't get wiped out, 'cause I'm not doing that again.
Was that in the 787?
Yes, it was.
How did you find it?
I mean, I wasn't planning on doing the whole thing. I just took off with a couple of flying buddies
Yeah.
and figured, I'll get up to cruise and kind of go about my day. But with the exception of about a 1 hour break where I just left it alone and had to go to the house and do something, I did the whole thing. Just ended up chatting away across the Atlantic
Oh, nice.
and continent.
Yeah.
And next thing you know, we're in Seattle.
Yeah. Not a bad way to spend a day if you've got decent conversation.
Yeah, well, that's the big. I don't think I'd ever would have done it by myself.
No.
At least not in normal speed. I
Yeah.
have done VFR flights where I go up to 4 times speed.
Yeah.
But,
I used to do them overnight, so I'd take off before bed, This was in the days when we used to have auto step climb and that sort of thing on the PMDG aircraft, and then I'd just go to bed, wake up in the morning, and do the descent and landing. And people thought I was weird. Yeah, I liked it. There was a certain satisfaction to having completed it in real time, even if I was asleep for the bulk of it.
I get that.
Yeah.
Well, you can tell them you were just on your crew rest.
Yeah, exactly. It's very realistic.
Maybe not 8 hours worth, unless you doubled up on a couple of them. But it's okay. I'll just say, I'll take both my breaks back to back.
They're asking you what your favourite airliner is in your chat builder.
Oh, thank you. Favourite airliner in the real world? It's got to be the 747-400.
And sim.
In sim, it's got to be the A32NX, I think.
Yeah.
They're not what to choose from right now.
Sorry?
They're rubbish. I said not what to choose from right now. They're not really good quality.
No, exactly.
Anymore.
Stuka, can I add a link in the description for which type of computer for playing Microsoft? I've already got all of my the specifications of my computer in the description, Stuka. But if you want,
that's quite a hard question. It all depends, like what sort of how you want, like quality you want to run it at. If you're going to play it in 4K or it all depends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But if you want to know the bare minimum, then you can probably find that on the Microsoft store, I imagine.
Yeah.
Right, I'm going to do a few more screenshots. Let me know if I'm about to die.
Well, it depends if I can see the mountain because it's getting dark.
You're no longer as reliable as you were.
No, I still have a sense of that, but not as much as before.
Some live weather. Is it clear skies with some clouds?
Yeah, it's that's accurate. Hey Philbert, if you download a mod for the main tags, you can delete them with pressing backspace for nice screenshots.
Sorry, say that again.
If you download a mod for your name tags, you can make them disappear if you want for screenshots.
A mod for what?
For name tags.
Oh, oh, right. Okay, that would be useful. Well, and you just sort of press a button and they disappear, and press it again and they come back.
Yeah, and also your instruments on your external view disappear.
Oh, that is useful. I mean, I've turned the instruments off, but... Yeah, what's it called? Do you know?
It's a Unimod from Flight Sims TO. I can post a link.
Oh, yes, please.
Yeah, please. That'd be very helpful.
I'll do it after we land, probably.
Yeah, no rush. Thing is, I've also got the restream chat and my little nav map window on top, so every time I take a screenshot I have to press Control Space on those to get rid of them. It's already quite a lot of work, so yeah, that one thing would be good. Oh, I wonder if it works if I do... Oh yeah, that's the way to do it. I don't have to do Control Space on all of them, I can just do it on the main sim window. And then it goes on top of them.
How do you take screenshots?
I use Alt F1, the NVIDIA default.
Okay. You have the Microsoft edition?
Yes.
Okay.
Does that not work with the Steam one?
Well, I haven't tried, but I just use F12.
Oh yes, of course. Yeah, it's easy in Steam, isn't it?
F1 does work with the Steam edition. That's what I have, and that's what I use in conjunction with NVIDIA.
Oh right, okay. Have you done any VATSIM flying yet, Tolstoy?
No, I haven't. Not at all.
You should give it a whirl. I'm doing a lot of that now, and we could finally do a flight together if you fancied it.
Oh, well, then maybe I should at least tune in and watch.
Yeah. I imagine
At
you'll
the
find
start.
it much, much easier and less stressful than I do.
I don't know. This flight sim can stress me out on occasion.
Yeah.
But of course, mainly when it's not working properly.
Yeah.
Or
I'm
when
about.
I'm not making it work properly.
Yeah. Nearly took the wrong valley again.
It's so dark that I almost can see my instrument, so I'm flying on visuals from your plane fieldwards.
Right, that's worrying. You're not tempted to change the time?
A little bit, but it's fun how long this will take to how dark it gets before we get to our destination.
Yeah. Oh, we'll see.
Well, here in Norway, it's pitch black right now.
Right. Marcus says he can spawn at me, but he can't see anybody. Any
Well,
tips?
Then he may want to maybe shift to West Europe, hold on there, and switch back again to Southeast Asia.
Oh, okay. Sounds good. Marcus, I don't know if you heard that. Probably did, but change the server to West Europe and then back to Southeast Asia. So at the end of this little river that we're following now, we have the Falls of Glomach, which is one of the tallest waterfalls in Britain, with a drop of 113 metres. It looks rubbish in the sim, like all waterfalls, but we can do another fairly steep descent into the valley beyond it, which will be nice. And you'll be pleased to hear that we are going to be seeing the tallest waterfall in Britain next time. So if that's not enough to make you come back for the next part, I don't know what is.
Filbert, that is enough to make me set an alarm in the morning.
Good.
Or at least, at the very least, go to bed at a decent hour the night before. One or the other.
Do you know, I'm slightly worried about what's left of this tour around Britain after we come down the east coast, because I think compared with what we've seen on the west of the country, it's going to be fairly plain and flat down the east coast. So there might be a few longer legs with slightly less breathtaking scenery.
Should have gone the other way.
Yes, you're right. With hindsight, I should have. I didn't really know what I was getting into when I started this, though. I just thought it'd be nice to fly down to Brighton and see what happens, and then yeah, it sort of took on a life of its own.
You started doing this on your own, didn't you?
I
You joined
did.
the group.
Yeah, the first 4 I did on my own, and then I did number 5 as a group flight to celebrate 500 YouTube subscribers,
Yeah.
and I decided to just keep it going.
Well, glad you did.
Me too.
It seems like ages ago now, though, when you first started this series.
I know, it does.
Scribble, when we fly down to the east coast,
Yeah.
we're going to be flying by the beaches.
Yeah, probably. There'll probably be a fair bit of coastal stuff.
Because there is a scene up which ACC is. I don't know how many
Sorry, Flyboy, you've gone very quiet. Say, start that again.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, that's better. Yeah.
Yeah, so there's a piece of scenery that I was looking at, which basically adds some missing piers in the UK.
Oh, really?
It is, but I can send a link.
Yeah, please do. Yeah, that sounds good. There's also one that fixes some of the cliffs, I believe, which I haven't had a look at yet.
Yeah, I can see that one.
Yeah. Because the white cliffs of Dover look more like white meandering hills at the moment, and it would be quite nice to fix them.
When's the UK update out?
Is it the 21st of January? I think. I'm not certain.
Okay. Not long then.
No. Oh, Jason's Ollie71 has popped in the chat to wish us all well and Happy New Year. Happy New Year to you too, Jason.
Happy New Year, mate.
He's working today, so he couldn't join us.
Yeah.
Still no luck, Marcus. Says, have I said that I love Microsoft? I have had that in multiplayer before, where I'm definitely on the right server, I'm definitely at the right place, but I just can't see anyone. And I don't know what causes it.
Yeah, there are some bugs.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the very frustrating one. That was that I couldn't see players and I couldn't come online.
Oh no.
I had to make a new Xbox account to play.
Oh right, and that fixed it?
Yeah.
Okay.
And also helped the people fixing it because they had the same issue.
Right. Yeah, it's one of those pieces of software that when it works it's absolutely amazing, and when it stops working it's the most frustrating thing in the world. Yes, another rather strange monument up ahead, which I think will disappear as we get closer. But I wish I'd known about that patch before I started. Never mind. Yes, we are near Plockton now, Stucker. It's just around the corner, I believe.
4X has his Savage Cup. With,
Good.
From Good Gravel.
Oh yes, there he is, yeah. Yeah. He's in the chat, but we haven't heard from him.
Not in a while.
4X. Ah, hello. You are here. I thought you were. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year as well.
Oh, Science Guy has posted a pretty reasonable looking specification for a basic ish computer. It's helpful, thank you. Pardon?
I see that we're almost at our destination.
We are, yeah, not far, not far.
It has been 2 hours now at least, so planning.
Oh, good. I'm glad I got it about right. I had an interesting story to tell you about Lochelsch, but we're not at Lochelsch yet, are we? Or are we? Oh, yes, we are. So this large body of water here is Lochelsch, and so it's a sea inlet between the Isle of Skye to the south and the Northwest Highlands, where we are. And it witnessed the last invasion of the UK by Spanish forces in 1719. So what happened was a force of around 270 Spanish Marines came here to join forces with the Scottish Jacobites. And the aim was to encourage a general rising throughout the western clans and lead them all south to join up with Spain's main invasion fleet, which was headed for the southwest coast of England with 6,000 men. But that main fleet of 6,000 men was decimated in a storm. So the combined Scottish-Spanish force, which only had 1,000 men in it, decided to carry on regardless. But ultimately they were taken down by a government force which was dispatched. But yes, so this loch did have a fleet of Spanish ships in it for a time, aiming to take over the country. Yeah, I rejigged this flight plan slightly without actually looking at the terrain, so we'll well done for not blindly following the line.
Airfield, I just started a stream so that people can see me in what of a hell I'm flying right now.
Oh, okay, I'll have a little look.
And you can also see the name tags.
Just tuning in now. Oh wow, it is dark.
And you see the name tags. I can, if I press backspace, I can disappear, make them disappear.
Oh yes, yeah. That is a very handy mod.
I'm watching. What's that? Oh yeah.
The information about altitude and type of plane can be a little bit dark sometimes, but the names are quite good.
Yeah, then that's the main thing.
Filbert, at what altitude are we right now?
Pardon?
What is our altitude right now?
Mine is 1,300 feet. I've just been climbing a little bit, but 1,300 should do us. No, let's go up to a little bit higher, 1,500 or so, to get over these hills, and then we'll be on final to Plockton.
What's the hotkey for dome lights? Because I don't know if this thing has dome lights.
L.
Okay, that's our only... Oh, yes, it has... Oh, no, that's my flashlight.
Oh.
Oh, yeah, okay, that works a little bit to see my instruments.
Good. Gosh, I'm getting a little bit lost here, actually. I thought we were going that way, but we want to go this way. Again, total inability to follow a simple line on a map. It just doesn't look like it did last time. Oh, and the airfield's right here. I was picturing it over the over the water. Okay, well what we'll do is we'll do a simple left-hand circuit, and then we'll come into land. That was always my plan, anyway.
Excuses.
The trouble is, my little nav map keeps zooming in and out of its own accord. So yeah, just when I think I've got my head around distances, it zooms in and we're or zooms out, and we're a lot closer than I thought we were.
Well, you probably have your nav map on automatic follow, or
I
follow
do.
the airplane.
I do.
This may be better if you turn it off. I prefer that at least.
Okay, and then you just manually pan around it, do you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I might do that for next time. Well, DPE's managed to land, so that's good. Someone was at the right altitude at least.
So Phil, but what settlement is this?
This is Plockton.
Oh,
And I do have some facts about Plockton, but I'll tell you them once we're down, because I'm just not quite as good at multitasking as I want to be. Oh yes, and of course my flaps button on my joystick doesn't work. I'd forgotten that. Oh, Centurion, why didn't you get a bell thing? I don't know, I'm sorry about that. Welcome anyway. Oh, and this is your home area? Awesome. What, Plockton specifically, or a little away from here? It looks very pretty, I must say. Oh, just me flying a left-hand circuit. Is it the rest of you just giving up
I'm
and
also
flying
flying
straight?
circuit.
Oh, good.
Well, I'm gonna follow you because I can't see the runway right now.
Oh yeah, I'd forgotten that.
Just hope that my landing lights are powerful enough to light up the runway as I follow you.
Yes. Oh, talking of landing lights, maybe I'll pop mine on as well.
Glomach Papa Romeo, turning finals.
Good afternoon, the Burr Pit. Welcome to the stream.
Well, are these 747 patterns you're flying, Pilbert?
Say that again.
Are these 747 patterns that you're flying?
Maybe.
You're a little bit on the large size.
I like to see this. I like to get a good view. Especially when the scenery is this pretty. Oh, I've got the sun in my eyes. I'm going to miss it again at this rate. Oh, there it is. That's good. And here we are.
I landed safely at least.
Good.
Barely. Nose wheel first, but survived.
Good. This is quite the jumble of parking. Just, I'll join the mess. Pull in over here.
Never had that much traffic here, I think.
No. Right, anyone left still to land that I can film? No, everyone's down, aren't they?
No.
Oh, there's someone called Run Wild who may be nothing to do with us, but yeah, I don't think he's anything to do with us, is he? Just coincidence. Right, okay. Well, let me tell you a little bit about Plockton. It's not a huge amount. So it was established as a planned fishing village between 1814 and 1820, and it's now a big tourist resort which has been used as a location on a lot of films and TV series, including Hamish Macbeth and The Wicker Man. And that is the end of my fascinating facts. And the end, more or less, of the stream, I think. I'm just going to check the YouTube chat, see if I've missed anything here. LJ Vlogs is back. Nice to see you back. Yeah, just in time. And Centurion lives a little way away, but he used to be a driver and guide for North Scotland. Oh, it's a pity you weren't with us. You could have told us a lot of interesting stuff. When you're in Plockton, you said join the Discord. Yes, but you said you couldn't join the Discord, I think, Stucker, didn't you? Derek in the Philippines, I'm glad you enjoyed it. Right, I think what I'll do is I will say goodbye to all of you nice people who are watching on YouTube. My next live stream will be tomorrow at 2 PM when we'll be flying the A320 from Barcelona to Cologne, Bonn. And the next Bimbles Around Britain flight will be in 2 weeks if you want to come and watch that. Same time, 2 o'clock 1400 Zulu. So hope to see you again. And thank you as always for joining us. It's been lovely to have you here. And see you again soon on Filbert Flies. Bye bye.